Top 10 Disturbing Modern Experiments. Some scientists have always had a tendency to forget morality in the pursuit of knowledge. In doing this, they have forced animals and humans to suffer. So review boards were created to help bring ethical standards to science. Institutional review boards are used to regulate research in the United States. Despite many countries having similar panels, unethical studies continue. In large part, this is due to the differing ethical guidelines in animal research and the pursuit of knowledge at any cost. Below are 10 modern-day experiments with disturbing implications. Number 10. Mind-controlled rats. Scientists have found a way to control rats remotely. Scientists claim that the animals could be beneficial to us by doing dangerous and difficult jobs. Rats make good candidates for this experiment because of their small size and range of physical capabilities. The researchers controlled the rats by using computers to send electrical signals through the animals' brains as a way of giving orders to the rats. If this experiment becomes a stepping stone for controlling the minds of other animals and quite possibly humans, then we all face the threat of having our autonomy taken away by tyrannical leaders and corrupt governments. This might not happen, but the possibility of it is still disturbing. Number 9. Artificial wombs. Artificial wombs are common in the science fiction genre, and scientists are closer than ever to developing one in the real world. They have already created an artificial womb that helped premature lambs develop normally. It resembled a large, clear plastic bag with wires. This technology does, however, pose the threat of leading to eugenics and population control if women were sterilized, leaving those with access to artificial wombs as the only ones able to procreate. The possibility of artificial wombs is frightening. Number 8. CRISPR. CRISPR is a relatively new gene editing technology that is precise, inexpensive, and quick. Genetic modification is already controversial, but the possibility of gene editing technology being used in humans raises several ethical dilemmas. If we have the ability to modify our own DNA and create designer babies, we are opening the doors to a range of problems. The idea of creating designer babies is hinged on the idea that some genes are superior to others and that we should try to create humans with superior genetics. If designer babies were successfully formed, then the gap between the rich and the poor could continue to widen. Number 7. Human chimeras. Chimeras are organisms with cells from two individuals. Human chimeras do exist naturally, but they are still 100% human. Now scientists have created human-animal chimeras. These researchers are hoping to manufacture human organs in animals by injecting stem cells into the embryos. This might lead to the further blurring of the line between human and animal. It also begs the question of what it means to be human. How many human cells make an organism truly human? Additionally, if the chimeras were to possess similar cognitive abilities as humans, would they be given the same rights or treated as subordinates? Number 6. De-extinction. De-extinction is what it sounds like, the resurrection of extinct species. This may sound intriguing, but it could lead to a host of issues as it did in Jurassic Park. In 2003, the first extinct animal, the Pyrenean ibex, was born, only to die and cause the subspecies a second extinction. De-extinction raises the ethical problem of bringing an extinct species into a completely transformed world that they might not be able to tolerate or survive in. Furthermore, the possibility of bringing back a species that may never live again in the wild seems like a waste of resources. The idea of bringing back species may be exciting, but it also raises questions on what to do if Neanderthals were brought back. Additionally, teasing and bullying would likely occur due to their differing build and facial features, possibly greater physical strength, and perhaps differing intelligence levels. Number 5. Artificial life. A lab announced in 2010 that it had created the first artificial life form. The disturbing part of the experiment is that the researchers played God. The danger of artificial life forms is that we may create something that we do not understand that could potentially backfire on us. Number 4. Exoskeletons. For humans, exoskeletons are devices that are worn to improve strength and mobility, something most humans would desire. This could lead to a myriad of problems: robotic enhancement in sports, upgrades of soldiers, and longer hours of labor. Number 3. Head transplants. The idea of head transplants sounds far-fetched. After all, beheading is a form of execution. This leads to numerous questions about identity. Having completely new bodies could be traumatic for the patients and lead to increased aversion to organ donations for potential donors. Number 2. Enhanced pathogens. Scientists study enhanced pathogens as a way to take defensive measures against the next pandemic. But these disease-causing agents could accidentally cause a pandemic if a super pathogen were to escape from a lab. The other disturbing possibility is bioterrorism, something the CDC is already preparing for. The ability to create even deadlier diseases opens the door to greater threats posed by pathogens. Number 1. Love potions. Love can be magical and difficult to understand. It can also cause a lot of pain. We may just be putting a band-aid on our problems by becoming dependent on love drugs to cure heartbreak and fix relationships. It may be wiser and certainly better to deal with love the old-fashioned way.